ready to go yet, though. Where is the stream? Ooh. Edit. Just put in this thumbnail that I found and get monetization on. Ooh. Do 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 do. It was actually really easy to find the perfect thumbnail for this. Thematically perfect. I'm actually using the same audio setup I used for the election night stream, so my voice should be pretty clear, but I cannot hear anything in the game. That was the big downside, and I was like, no, it's fine for like Jurassic World Evolution, because there's not really much there that you have to hear. We'll see how it plays out with this game. Let's pull up chat. Let's exit. Pull it up on my phone so I can share it. I want this. Got to put in the link. I think I do that every single stream. Like, go to share it, and then I forget to actually post the link. There. Alright. Now, put it on Discord. This game is also very, like, intensive on the PS4, so I don't know if y'all can hear it going in the background. My mic is kind of pointed away from it right now. Alright. Close my laptop. Now to pull up chat for real this time. Doesn't look like anybody's watching yet. I'm gonna give it a minute. Okay, people are here now. Let me know how I sound in the chat. I should sound clear. Like, this is, I didn't change any of the setup from the election night stream, and the election night stream was very good, all things considered. Unlike the election itself. But for those of you joining us, welcome. This is a tradition on my channel. Every year around like this time, I do a year in review where I just, I talk about, my life. I talk about current events, the big headlines of the year, as well as the art and entertainment that came out in the year, and kind of give some brief thoughts on how I think the general trends were. And by God, this year was a disaster. I am playing Ghost of Tsushima, the PS4 game that came out in the summer. This is actually the second time I've streamed it. I streamed my very first impressions on it when I first got the game. I am now playing on New Game Plus Hard, so it's very difficult. But I have everything unlocked. I have all the moves and stuff unlocked. Or mostly. I think there's like a couple upgrades for the bow I haven't gotten yet.
Let's go, Solo.
But it kind of beats starting just a new profile and doing everything I did over again. So there's probably going to be a little bit of overlap with this and the prior stream I did.
We should run. Find a better place to hide.
Because I couldn't quite remember where exactly I was.
What happened to you?
There's a merchant.
But I played this game for a little bit
they gave
few
him
weeks ago, actually, on New Game Plus.
We tried to take it from
played it
him,
for a couple hours to get to where I thought I was
this iron mark must be worth
with the
a lot
last
to risk their
stream.
lives for it.
And I did that in preparation for this stream.
Without fear of being stopped by Mongols.
I could find a use for that.
You're welcome to it. We had to flee, but the merchant cart is still up the road.
I'll look for this iron mark. Stay here and tend to your wounds.
Do something real quick. Yes, of course. Load it up on this phone.
Be careful. The Mongols will come looking for their men.
Okay, gotta search for the merchant. Oh yeah, I'm coming in clear. I have my headphones on my phone now. So I'm hearing it, but it's like at a delay. Oh yeah, I'm searching for a merchant cart. Yeah, I'm not gonna leave these headphones on for very long. That's about a 10-second delay. I was just testing it out, make sure everything is good. So if you have any questions while I'm still like, getting in the groove of things, go ahead and ask.
That must be the merchant's cart. No sign of the merchant.
Bear the Dragon said the Mongols did nothing wrong. They were just trying to bring cultural enrichment to Japan. And they kind of did. I know this game isn't like super historically accurate, but the gist I get from it, at least as far as this game is portraying it, that the Mongols really did force Japan to expand their horizons, and they became a little more technologically advanced before just stagnating again. Still more to investigate.
The iron mark isn't here.
So, If you watch my first impressions on this game, you know that I had some mixed feelings, but I was mostly positive. Those feelings didn't really change as I played through the game. The main bad guy is still like the best part of the game. I really like the even though it's not historically accurate, like samurais would, in real life samurais were totally fine with like, you know, stealth operations, assassination, use of poison. Like they were always actually pretty fine with that stuff. But this doesn't exist in the real world. It exists in like the same universe as like Akira Kurosawa's film. And on that merit, I thought it was really well done. The story was interesting, and it was a great like little thematic, you know, thematic tale about like the price of honor,
may be searching for the men I met.
And what kind of tactics you kind of have to pull in order to like win a war. Imperator Dragon asks, why are rifles not much prevalent in fantasy stories? Because most fantasy, they pull from either medieval Europe or pre-BC Greek. They pull from like pre-firearms stuff. Because that's where a lot of the like really good classic fantasies were written. Was pre-firearms.
He's my brother.
Your brother?
I was stealing the mark to stop him from dishonoring his family.
So you don't have a whole.
To help the Mongols.
You don't have a whole lot of fantasies that take place.
He's a good man. Please.
Between the
I can't
like
promise
15th and
I'll try to find it.
20th century. You just don't have a whole lot of stories that would have rifles, and then you have urban fantasies, but by then it's all like, you know, cell phones and computers and like the cyberpunk stuff. I am not paying attention much to the game. Okay, tracks go this way. This way. Okay, this way. I was way off. But then there are a few I can think of. The first one that actually came to mind was Madoka Magica, which is fantasy. It is a magical girl show at its core. And there's there's two main characters that use guns. One of them uses like these anti-tank rifles. No, I do not want to recreate the Revenant. I did not realize I had that equipped. He just took... Bears are kind of bullshit in this game. That bear just took an explosive arrow to the chest. Which is something you get in this game, by the way. Like, yeah. I know I didn't have it at all in the stream, but like I said at the outset, this is New Game Plus. So I have all the equipment that you unlock.
If they have the merchant, he's in there.
Ooh, I have an idea. How about hallucination alert? Missed. There we go. I also have one of the perks of New Game Plus is that when you do side missions and stuff, you unlock these things, a new type of currency called Ghost Flowers that allow you to purchase things from a very new vendor. And one of the things that you can get right off the bat is what I have equipped, which makes every battle just a lot bloodier. I wasn't sure if I had all stances yet either. Oh, I at least had the shield one by the time I stopped the stream. Yeah, I like the stance system. Sometimes it's a little finicky. As far as like there's a delay, like press R2 and then it takes like half a second for the thing to pull up. So if you're trying to like switch, it's a little
Hold still.
Gets a little hectic when you're like in the middle of combat to switch back and forth between different stances.
Thank you.
Save your thanks. Your brother told me you work for the Mongols.
They promised to protect my family and our sisters if I carried supplies for them.
And now your brother is dead. He led the men who tried to steal your iron mark.
No. Oh, that fool. No wonder the Mongols thought I betrayed them. I never had any iron mark. Besides, they're engraved with the bear's name.
So no one else can use them. You're free to go. If I hear you're working for the Mongols again...
They'd sooner kill me. And I cannot face my family after this.
Yeah, I like this game's take on honor.
Nothing.
Honor versus pragmatism.
What can I do now?
This game's strongest...
What do I live for?
Well, I'd say it's this game's second strongest suit. The strongest suit is the fucking villain. He's just so goddamn cool. And I was really I loved him right off the bat. Anyone who goes back and watches my first impression stream can attest to that. I was worried that he just kind of turned into generic big muscle bad guy by the end, but no, he's cool throughout the entire thing, and he just gets cooler and cooler. Like it's just really goddamn good. And let's continue on the pathway to this side mission.
You deserve the best.
Well, there's some
Baddies
to slay. I don't know about this combat system being super unique, but I can't really think of any games that have this kind of combat system. Like it's a little bit like it is a little bit like the original Assassin's Creed, like the first few before they just became Arkham whatever. I love that move. I love all the special moves. They're all good. I never use the fire. There's a fire one that I never use because there's better things to do with that button. Like I'd rather have the sticky bombs. There's more people up here. So, anyway, now that I'm kind of settled in here, 2020, man, it really did seem like every day there was some kind of new disaster that, on their own, would make it a bad year, but it all happened, in the same, 12-month span of time, and I'm not naive enough to think that, like, oh, bad things are gonna just magically stop happening once we strike midnight tomorrow night.
That's my sword.
But it is kind of just weird how everything happened all at once. That's not even getting into, like, the more personal things, for me. You know, like, completely independent of everything happening in 2020 around the world. You know, I had probably the worst fit of depression I've ever had. I moved. I no longer live in St. Louis City. I now live in a more, like, suburban area. Click on hearing my mind.
Stop thinking, Jin. For one moment, just stop thinking.
Yeah, I went through a massive series of depression throughout the first half of the year. Summer of Love, I did it, you know, I could check that off the bucket list. I'm never doing it again. It was not worth it. It was not worth the time and effort and sweat and tears that I put into it. Not enough people watched those videos. On top of that, a lot of stuff carried over from, like, the end of last year. You know, the last month or two of 2019 were also pretty bad, in my opinion and in my life. Can I get work? No. Alright, where's Lady Masako?
Lord Sakai, come quickly.
Lord Sakai, come quickly.
Lady Masako, do you have news of your family's killers?
On the list we found, Sadao was at the top. He's the head man of Kuta Farmstead.
Kuta's people served your clan. Why would he turn against you?
Because he is an ungrateful traitor.
Yeah, Eclectic 1995.
My husband appointed
that
Sadao
was kind of
as
what I
head
said.
man, and he repaid that kindness with bloodshed.
Imperator first asked that question.
I learned he fled.
A lot of it's
Kuta
because
the night my
it's
family was
pre-industrial
murdered.
settings.
He must have heard you survived.
Sadao is a deceitful snake. But his brother, Hachi, is a fool. He just passed by the temple carting food for the refugees.
He will make an unscheduled delivery to his brother.
And we will be there to catch him.
So let's get into... I have a list of things that I either watched / read this year. New stuff, you know. I did go down the rabbit hole of some classic
After what happened at the
anime
inn,
and
I
manga.
didn't think you'd visit the temple again.
I came to watch for Sadao's brother.
No, I watched
Mourn Canada,
Nisekoi, I
he's
watched
dead.
Orin
Have
High
you
School
given your
Host
family a
Club.
proper funeral?
Not while their killers walk free.
I enjoyed those
After
a
my
lot.
father died, I said goodbye to him that same night.
Plenty of old stuff.
It helped ease
But
my pain.
this
I
is
buried
2020
them.
year in review,
That
so
will have to do.
talk about the stuff that did come out this year.
When's the
Because
last time you slept?
man,
Or
was
ate?
it not a
I
lot
had some rice and fish
compared to
yesterday.
other years.
Even the youngest
And
warrior needs a full belly.
It's
and a rested
understandable
soul
given the
Are you calling me
circumstances.
old, Lord
Uh,
Sakai?
You don't need
I
me
wouldn't
to
dare.
tell you about
My
how
sword arm works just fine.
the Wuhan
You
flu
should have caught up to Hachi by
just
now.
Which way do you
completely
think you
messed
went?
everything
Both
up.
roads look traveled.
In
Let's search the area.
fact, the first thing I want to talk about is Tenet, the new Chris Nolan movie. I have not actually watched it, so it could be a masterpiece for all I know. But Tenet might be responsible for the death of the movie theater industry. And for those of you who don't know, Tenet was Chris Nolan's new movie, and it was supposed to come out this summer. And he was very, very adamant about it releasing in theaters. But when this stuff started getting locked down, one of the first things to go was the movies. And, you know, movies got delayed, movies got canceled. A lot of them ended up going straight to streaming, like a couple of the ones that I'll be talking about. So, yeah, streaming really did kind of replace the movie theater industry for this year. But Chris Nolan was very adamant, like, no, this movie needs to be seen on the big screen. So they forced... So, the producers and stuff, they kind of forced movie theaters to stay open just for Tenet. And Tenet did not make enough. It was actually costing the movie theaters more money to stay open than it would be for them to just close. Because if they just close, they don't have to pay a bill. Like they don't run electricity, so they don't have to pay the electric bill. They don't have to pay for, you know, all the food and stuff, like popcorn, candy. They don't have to pay the vendors for that. They don't have to pay their employees. If people aren't working, then they don't have to pay the employees. So all they have to do is pay whatever unemployment benefits they have to offer, which most likely none. And property tax and the, you know, property payments, which is negligible. But then when Tenet came out and they forced it into theaters, what am I supposed to be doing here? Okay, I'm supposed to just be trailing it still. Again, I can't hear what's going on in the game, so this is kind of problematic for stuff like this. So yeah, Tenet forced theaters to stay open, and a lot of theaters actually full stop went out of business because of it. Is he like glitched out?
He has visitors.
We can't let them see us.
Okay, I had to get closer.
Food, water, other things.
Kind of was glitched out then.
Of course.
We were promised supper.
Not yet, but I have something for your guest.
It's a meeting.
We'll pass it along.
He handed them a note.
I'll stop here again at the usual time.
We'll meet you there.
So yeah, of the movies I have written down that I either saw or are noteworthy, the only one that actually released in theaters and did well in theaters was Sonic the Hedgehog, which I haven't actually watched. I just found it noteworthy that it came out before the pandemic. It came out before, you know, COVID got bad. Or before COVID got to the point where things were having to shut down. Because despite what China and despite what the WHO, the World Health Organization, says, the coronavirus has been around since last November. And the World Health Organization tried burying it. And they tried burying it because China wanted them to bury it. And they, you know, they cuck out to China every time.
Coward.
I knew it.
So yeah, I found it interesting that of all the movies, it was Sonic the Hedgehog that was like that got pinched out in time, especially considering it was delayed because of they had to redo Sonic's character model. Every other movie I'm going to talk about today was released straight to streaming. after the pandemic
Sadao's
hit.
cousins.
And
He
just
must be hiding there.
We don't know.
in
that.
no particular
But we'll
order.
soon
It's just
find
the order I
out.
wrote them down in as I thought about them. Let me do this combat first. Ghost mode. Ghost dance. This is something you unlock later on. It's not really worth it. You have to kill like 6 people in a row without getting hit, and you basically get 3 freebie kills. But it's still satisfying.
Corpses can't answer questions.
There's someone in the house. I'll make them talk.
Let me try first.
So first movie I want to talk about is Wonder Woman 1984. I haven't watched it. I haven't had the chance to watch it. It
No trust,
just
Sado.
came out today,
Hachi gave it
or
to the
not
gods.
today, but this week it came out. And it's been. I've heard a couple people like it,
I'm not going to hurt you.
but for the most
My
part,
name is Sakai. Who are you?
it's been kind of getting
Nina,
slammed.
Sadao's
Like I know
wife.
Vex viewer, he made a couple tweets about it.
Where is he?
I don't know.
You're lying.
I watched
She'll help
Movie
us.
Bob's video, and
She
I
can
was
stay
sure
here.
that he'd like it just because the
Take her to my
feminism,
estate.
which is
going
kind of
to
what
kill
his
me.
review of the
No
first Wonder
harm
Woman
will
movie
come
came
to
out.
you.
While I'm on that subject, can we? It's been 3 years. Can we stop pretending like Wonder Woman was actually good? It was like, on the whole, it was about as good as like Iron Man 2. No, I'll give it a little more credit than that. It was about as good as Iron Man 3. So not very good. I don't even think it was as good as like the first Thor movie or the first Captain America movie, which is what it really, really, really wanted to be, guys. Like that much was obvious. So right with the like World War I setting and the battle with a god, like that was all just right out of 2011 Marvel movies. But because it wasn't as bad as Batman vs Superman or Justice League or Suicide Squad, everyone just ate it up and pretended like it was worthy of being nominated for Best Director and Best Picture. Like what? No, ain't none of those superhero movies worthy of that. Like, yeah, maybe like Infinity War, Civil War. Like I'll even give Black Panther because of the whole cultural significance of it. But like, even the best Marvel movies aren't really worthy of like Best Picture, Best Director. We both whiffed. We both whiffed there. But I watched Movie Bob's video on Wonder Woman 1984, and without having seen the movie, I have to actually begrudgingly agree with them. Like, it's okay for things to be dumb. They still have to be good. Being corny or campy is one thing. Being incoherent is another thing. Star Wars is very campy. Like, you have all these, like, really good emotional beats and emotional moments and, the groundbreaking special effects and stuff, but you also have lines like, I had to go to Tashi Station to pick up some power converters. and just you know, the really corny line like, I influenced over 6 million forms of communication. Like it's corny, but it's good and it's coherent.
I'm with you. Is it him?
Like the oh, it's for kids isn't an excuse for being bad. It's just an excuse to be lazy. And kids deserve better entertainment than that. No, I brought up Star Wars as the example, but like the first Superman movies with Christopher Reeves, the first two at least. The 1989 Batman movie is you know, pretty goofy. You know, Star Wars, pretty much anything by Disney. You know, they have talking animal sidekicks and musical numbers, and all the female characters just want more out of life, and they do these really big emotional songs out of it, and it's super corny, but it's good. And that's why those movies, that's why, like, you know, Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, Star Wars, you know, the original Superman movie, those movies hold up. Batman vs. Superman doesn't. Suicide Squad doesn't. Birds of Prey doesn't. And Wonder Woman 1984, again, I haven't seen it. Maybe I'm wrong. But from everything I've heard about it, it doesn't hold up either already. And it's only been out for, like, less than a week.
Ugh.
I should probably get on my horse. It's like 400 meters away. I kind of get in Breath of the Wild mode where, like, in Breath of the Wild you can ride a horse, but it's nowhere near as efficient as just, like, climbing and gliding and stuff. And without any, like, markers in this game, when you're just traveling, sometimes I forget how big this map is and how much better it is to just ride the horse the entire time. But speaking of kids movies, the next one I have written down, and it's one I just watched. I literally just got done watching it before I streamed. It was something I really wanted to watch before I comment on it. And that's the new Pixar movie, which you can watch on Disney Plus right now for free. It's called Soul. It's about it's about this guy named Joe, I think, and he's played by Jamie Foxx, and he looks like Jamie Foxx, honestly.
Good. You're here.
And
You ready to steal some food for us?
he's like, how do I explain this? He's obsessed with becoming a famous
everyone?
jazz musician
Just the man
that
who can
he
fight
kind of
with the
forgets
damned.
why it's his passion at all.
The rest are too hungry or sick.
And after,
Let's hope we're
like,
enough to raid the
quote,
fort.
dying,
There's a better chance
he
of
really
seeing cherry
learns,
blossoms
like,
in winter than getting that food.
that there is no,
There's always a way.
you know,
Preferably one that doesn't kill half my men.
divine purpose in anybody's lives. They have sparks of inspiration. They have things that they are interested in. But they don't have to make that stuff their career. They can do other things, and they can use that passion to inspire others. And I thought the messaging was very solid.
A lot of
I
men
thought the
inside.
messaging was
And a
the best
signal
part
at
of
the
that
top
movie.
the tower.
If they call
And of
reinforcements
course,
from
it's
the bay, we'll
Pixar.
be
The animation was
They'll cut us
great.
to pieces.
Find a
It
place
was a
to
little
watch
more
for me.
abstract than
Once they
Pixar
destroy
usually
their signal,
does.
attack.
I was
They'll
not
kill
surprised
you.
at all to
They
find
do.
out that it's
Avenge me.
pretty much the
Take their food.
same
That's not
entire
funny.
creative team behind Inside Out.
Watch the tower.
It
for my
was
signal.
very
If you
similar to
say so.
Inside Out. With the style and it was a lot more abstract than Inside Out, but Inside Out was still like more abstract than most Pixar movies are. So I really dug that. Yeah, I thought it was it was I said this on Twitter right after I got done watching it. That it was frustratingly good. It was good enough to where it probably deserves awards, but I think there's a far better animated movie out there right now that deserves it even more. And because Soul is Pixar, that's the one, it's gonna win all the awards, and Wolfwalkers is gonna get fucking robbed. Like, I'm gonna end up hating Soul when it does win all the awards. Because I think Wolfwalkers is so much better. Wolfwalkers is the new Cartoon Saloon movie. It's the same studio. It's the same team behind Secret of Kells and Song of the Sea, which are two of my favorite animated movies. And it's just as good as those two. It is breathtakingly beautiful. It might actually have the best story of their three films. Of Tom Moore's three films. Cartoon Saloon has 4 films, but one of them had a different writer. Breadwinner is the odd man out, because it wasn't directly written by Tom Moore.
Kill them all! Die, you ugly bastards!
God, how many guys are there? Or I've killed all of them like 3 times. Last one.
That's the last of them.
Look around for the food.
Did you find anything?
Let's get your men something to eat.
Where's all the food?
I didn't see any in the tower. Did you find anything?
Just a stack of Mongol papers on a dead officer.
Let me see.
Yeah, Wolfwalkers is my pick
You read
for not
Mongolian?
just animated film of
If
the year,
it's in
but
Chinese,
film
I
of
can
the year,
make out some of it.
period.
Since when?
Since I had to read Sun Tzu.
It's just, it reminded me that, oh my god, there's like
This was only a temporary depot.
still
Taking
movies.
everything.
There are still people out there making
Offshore.
movies that can actually like get a really powerful
Boats
emotional
are in the
reaction
bay.
from me.
We'll never get out to them.
We got in here.
You're crazy. What did you have in mind?
Let's see what we're up against.
Oh yeah, this is still going on.
The Mongols have small boats on the beach.
We could steal one, but we'd have to cut through their army.
Let's get my nose back up.
Too many barriers and archers. A frontal attack would be suicide.
I want my men far away from the enemy's line.
Put your
Next
archers
movie
on
I
that
have
cliff.
written down is
The Mongols will focus on them
I
when
have
we
New
steal the boat.
Mutants, Artemis Fowl, and Mulan all written down
Flaming arrow will
together.
set off those explosives.
It will get their attention.
I did not. I
We need them to
haven't
look
had
away from
the
the beach.
chance to sit down and watch New Mutants
All right,
yet.
men.
But
They don't know we took the fort, so they'll be waiting for reinforcements.
from what I
that
heard,
aren't
that
coming.
there's
Keep them
a
busy
very
long
good
enough for us
reason
to
why it
steal
kept
a
on
boat.
getting delayed.
Then retreat into the forest.
And it's not
Look
production
for my
issues.
torch.
It's
That's your signal to
it
attack.
was just bad.
Let's find a way down to the beach.
You heard, Yuzo.
Everything I've seen from it and heard from it is that like, no, yep, this is quite the disaster.
You did whatever it took to win.
It was
It's
a
like a
competition.
feature-length version
You
of
fought
that
just
that
as
one
hard.
Teen Titans episode
What are you getting at?
with
Nothing.
Control
Just
Freak
remembering our
and
duel.
Raven.
We'll talk about this later.
If we survive.
But like it's very obvious with it. Oh no. That was don't know if that was my bad or if the game just messed
Let's
up.
find a way
but,
down to the beach.
You heard,
kinda
Yuzo.
humorous.
won't let you down. Watching you fight back there reminded me of Lord Nagao's
No,
tournaments.
that's not where I want to
You
go.
did whatever it took to win.
It was a competition. You fought just as hard.
Did
I wanted to pick.
What are you getting at?
Nothing.
I want to
Just
pick up the
remembering our
supplies.
duel.
We'll talk about this
Yeah.
later.
If we survive.
All that for 8 supplies.
Your men should be in position. Light the torch. Now.
Mulan was a disaster. It was just a bad
I
idea
knew
from the
they'd come
start.
through. Look at their fire.
You know, they tried paying homage to like classic Chinese cinema, but they also tried taking it way too seriously, and it came off feeling a lot dumber than the original.
We need to move quickly. Take an oar.
And then Artemis Fowl was just a complete and utter train wreck from beginning to end. I like the girl who played Holly,
Can't believe no one saw us.
but man, the Artemis Fowl, that was some last Airbender level, like
Look around for the food.
it's been a long time since I've seen an adaptation of something just miss the point that much.
Nothing. I never knew our duel bothered you so much.
Now you do.
No
The
food
next
here.
movie I have written down is
You should have told
Onward.
me earlier.
That was the other Pixar movie from this year. I think it was actually supposed to come out last year, and it got delayed for some reason, and then ended up coming out straight to streaming this year on Disney Plus. I thought it was unremarkable. I thought it is the most boring looking Marvel movie out there. I'm hard pressed to think of one that interested me
No luck.
less
Any sign of food?
as far as the visual design goes. The ending was pretty good. Other than that, it was just, you know, I guess you there was no surprises in it,
No way around.
other than the ending,
Surprise them.
which was, you know, very sweet.
Greetings.
Yeah, it was just kind of an
Nice
overall
ship.
dull
You have to move
Pixar
fast.
movie. Like they were really phoning. They were really kind of phoning it in there.
Ready?
More Mongols. Take them.
Damn it. You know what I mean about like switching when you're in the middle of combat? Gonna have to use some. Oh. Can I actually climb? Okay, there's a ladder. Oh, Ryuzu died. Oh no. For anyone who's played this game, they know that that's not actually a bad thing. Ryuzu's kind of a piece of shit.
More Mongols. Take them.
If the food isn't here, it has to be on the other ship.
You search here. I'll take the other.
Be careful.
Shit. Oh. Did not mean to do that.
Hoi!
You wait.
Stabbing all these people in the neck.
What's up? Oi!
Like a missile spot. Search the ship for food.
No sign of it. What's in here? These look like battle plans. Better go find Ryuzo. There has to be something.
Ryuzo.
from us. Yuzo.
I faced worse.
This was the perfect time for me to go into Ghost quickly, but no, I messed up.
I would have had
No,
that
not
Mongo
enough
if you hadn't shown up.
I know.
to do it
Did you see
over
how
again.
big he was? That's where all our food went.
It's really all the movies that interested me. I did write people down like the Midnight Sky. I didn't
You're
watch
burning our food.
all of that. I did catch
Swim.
bits of it. That's the new
Fire spreading.
George Clooney movie.
Jump!
It's just
Let's get out of sight.
it's
They're
just
still hunting us.
Interstellar
That's a good
again.
hiding spot ahead.
I also wrote down
I
We Can Be
promised my men
Heroes
I'd
just
feed
so I
them, and
can
I'm going
take a
back
minute to
empty-handed.
shit on
We'll
Spy
find another
Kids.
way.
But how many
So We
more
Can Be
was before
Heroes is
that?
the new Robert Rodriguez kids film, and
I
it
found
looks
something
like
that
it
might help.
came out in fucking 2002.
Mongol
It's
battle
got
packs.
2002 level CGI
Did they
and
show
shit.
supply lines?
And like not good
page has a
2002 level
map
CGI
at the
like
start.
Matrix 2
Hand it over.
or Attack of the Clones.
We do
I'm
this
talking like Spy
together.
Kids level CGI.
You've
Like
got your own
the
problems.
CGI, the green
I am
screen
the leader.
effects, they have not gotten any better since Spy Kids 3.
I need this, Jin.
And I'll need you at Castle Canada.
You'll have me.
Don't let them see you coming.
Just like you.
But it's also like the spiritual successor to Shark Boy and Lava Girl, a movie that, from what I recall, nobody likes. So, I don't understand. I don't understand why this exists and why Netflix said yes to it.
I need to find more allies. That's my soda.
I need to do this. Guess I'll fast travel to this and then fast travel to this. And then go here. So get the upgrades. And I'm also gonna read the chat. Eclectic 1995 says, some people are saying theaters are going to die, but I think I and others see theaters most likely shrinking instead, similar to record players. What do you think? Yeah, I think... I don't see a possibility for theaters to just be completely outmoded. There will always be a place for people who just want to make a night out of the movie theaters and eat their popcorn and stuff, and like home theaters just can't really compare. Really, I think that's where theaters are going to like continue to survive and thrive. But yeah, that's not going to be where the money is made
is a
anymore.
work
I
of
think.
art, my lord. You lack the required materials. Very sorry.
Yeah,
Goodbye.
I'm gonna wait.
An
It
honor
takes
to
so
work
long
with
to get everything. Alright. Let's fast travel to beachside camp. Collected 1995 said heard good reviews about Pixar Soul. Might get it on DVD if they release it in that format. They will eventually. It'll be a few months though. Eclectic 1995 asks, have you seen Love and Monsters? No. I know, like, next to nothing about it, except that it has really obnoxious YouTube ads. Security asks, what did you think of Chapter 1000? I haven't actually read all of Chapter 1000 of One Piece. I only saw, like, the 2 or 3 spoiler pages. But I really like what I saw. Spoilers for One Piece. Kid, Killer, Zoro, Law, and Luffy are all confronting Kaido and Big Mom right now. And Luffy managed to land a pretty solid blow on Kaido using a new move called Red Rock. Now, it doesn't follow the same naming conventions as all his other moves. It's similar to Red Hawk, which was the move he got post time skip. I never liked the name Red Hawk. I don't think it just never really fit him. But Red Rock, I like that because Kaido and Big Mom's whole thing is that they basically are remaking the Rock's Pirates, the most fearsome pirate gang ever assembled. And Luffy is throwing that legacy into their face by naming his new big attack Red Rock. I really dig that. I don't know if Luffy was intentionally doing it. I don't even know if Luffy knows about the Rock Pirates. But either way, Oda does, and it was very, purposeful how he did that. So I'm a fan of it. Well, other than that, I don't know what actually happens in Chapter 1000. I haven't had a chance to read it yet. It's not going to be on the website I use until January 6th. So that's when I'll actually get to read it. I wish there was a lot more dismemberment in this game. There should have been. Like, if you use special attacks, they'll occasionally get, like, disarmed. If you're in Ghost Dance, they'll occasionally, like, get their head cut off. But that's just... it's not the same, It's not the same as hacking them limb from limb. I'm very morbid. Incendiary oil. Oh man, there's like
Who will face me
there's
first?
tons of Mongols in this area. But yeah, Seegers, I'm really liking how Wano is shaping up right now. It's really. I think the ship has already sailed as far as like it becoming my favorite arc of all time. I think there's been too many missteps earlier on for that to happen, but it's definitely going to be up there. It's definitely going to be up there, just for how the hype moments have been, if nothing else.
You'll be free soon.
Next question.
Where did they capture you?
My family's home on the Kashine shore. The Mongols turned it into a shipyard.
They must be repairing their ships, getting ready for their next conquest. Stay away from there until I've killed them all.
Eclectic 1995 asked about the High Republic. I'm not interested in any of the Star Wars books that are coming out, honestly. Alright, so... thing over here. Probably a fox den. Yeah, it's a fox den. I can see it. Or no, what's this? It's not the location. Yeah, okay, fox den. Let's go ahead and pet the fox. The Inari. And then I'll get to the next subject of this year in review. So next thing I've written down is TV. Let's address the elephant in the room. Mandalorian Season 2. Very good. In some ways better than Season 1, and other ways a lot weaker. I still plan to do podcasts on it eventually, but with holidays it's hard. But we will do Mandalorian podcast before Ruby returns, I promise. And I will try not to break that promise. I know I've made promises and broken them in the past, but this one I'm really serious about. And so is Dude and Coop. They really want to do a Mandalorian podcast as well. I really like the last few episodes of Season 2. The season started off really slow. It is in the first few episodes that I think it is weaker on the whole than Season 1. Because Season 1 was pretty consistent. Like, Season 1, Episode 1 was pretty good. Season 1, Episode 2 was alright. Episode 3 was phenomenal. Episode 4 was kind of weak. Episode 5 was decent. Then Episode 6, 7, and 8 were all, like, hype. Season 2, the first episode was alright, the second episode was pretty weak, the third episode was okay, the fourth episode was and then the fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth episodes were all just mind-blowing. So yeah, the highest highs of Season 2 were higher than the highest highs of Season 1, but the lowest lows were also, I think, weaker. It was a lot more like inconsistent with its quality. Ghost dance.
I want you.
man, there's still so many people. Where's the wind chime? Assassinate this guy. I also just use the wind chime because, you know, don't get that opportunity a whole lot. Ooh, if I could get the drop on this guy, I can ghost dance again. Damn it. He's in there nice and tight.
Oi!
Didn't get the drop on him. Fight on fair and square. There we go.
Tingwing, Han!
It's a lot larger than it first looked. Yes! Okay, here we go. There's another group of 3 anyway. And of course that was looked like that was the last guy. Let's see, anybody else? Okay, yeah, there's people over there. Where would we go? Okay, yeah, there's 3. More people. Man! Just keep coming out of the woodwork. Okay, we're... 250 meters away. Oh wait, no. No, pass it up. It's over here. Alright, mission complete. Now to keep heading to the actual mission. The only other shows I watched from this year, they were all anime. Wondering Which Elena is amazing. I will be doing a full breakdown series on that later. Probably in the spring. After I'm done with, all the Ruby Volume 8 stuff. And all the Quint Season 2 stuff. Elena will be next on the list of things to do. So probably won't be until summer, actually, that I do the full analysis on that anime. And it will be like an episode-to-episode breakdown of all the thematic content, because by God, that show is actually like really dense and kind of fucked up in a good way. Lots of traumatizing children and then murdering them. Lots of that stuff. Good stuff. Good times. Kaguya-sama Season 2 was good. I really like Kaguya-sama Season 1. Kaguya-sama Season 2
love the kid, but this is
was
too
also
dangerous.
good.
It will never work.
Ishigami, best boy.
Samurai.
Keep your hands off
You can call me
Aizuken. I have
Lord
not seen
Sucker.
this yet, but it
Forgive
interests me now.
My lord.
I've heard lots of good
I
things
am
about it.
Kenji.
Raymond's been trying to get me to watch
Outstanding
it,
merchant.
so
And
I'll watch that
Sake brewer.
eventually.
And the
My
best
next life as a
swindler on the
villainess.
island. That's why he's going to
very
help us
good
rescue my
reverse
brother from Azamo Bay.
That town's a
harem.
fortress.
If
Like,
the Mongols took it, we'll need an
Not really.
army to
It's
penetrate the
unlike
walls.
anything else that
Or
I've seen
a single
lately.
delivery of sake.
It'll never work.
Then Sleepy Princess
your
and the
sake
Demon's
ready.
Castle is the
We'll
other
discuss
one
the
I
plan on the
watched
move.
this year, and
Let's have a
that
drink
one
first. Talk
that one
this
really
through.
appeals to my morbid sense of humor.
Now,
It's about this
baby.
princess. She's in a demon castle, but her one true passion is to just sleep comfortably, and so she terrorizes all these demons in order to make her her bedding, and in order to like
When we
sleep
get close
good.
to the town, you can hide in the cot with the sake.
It's got a
The
very
Mongols won't search
morbid,
it?
very
No,
macabre sense of humor
It's the same
that I
sake
really
delivery
appreciate
I
it.
always sell them. They love my Dars. Dars, Mogul, give a Dars now!
You've been doing business with the enemy.
I keep the Mongols drunk, and they let me keep my head. All set. You sure you want to go through with this?
Anything for Taka.
Professor Chaos
bad is the
asked, "Did you
occupation in
watch
Azamo
Bly
Bay?"
Manor?"
A few people
No, I
fought
did
back.
not.
The ones left alive
Didn't
are
really
prisoners
interest me.
or slaves.
But you never saw Taka?
No. But someone's been working the forge the past few days.
Ashbarian asked,
Maybe it's your brother.
yes,
How long have you
Ash,
two
I am
known
playing
each
on
other?
New Game Plus.
Since I was too young
uh,
to know better.
I was just starting to brew
on
sake.
hard mode.
Sold you know
uh,
my first batch.
Tasted
So,
like
yeah.
piss, but it was cheap.
For a while, I tried to get Taka's help selling it.
All right,
Turned
next
out he was too soft.
People told him sob
thing I
stories,
have is
and he'd
video
give them
games.
sake, free of charge.
Actually, I don't have music written down. Music sucked this year. I have only heard a few good songs on the radio at all this year. Taylor Swift came out with not one but two good albums that I really liked, and that was it. So okay, that wraps up music. I spent 10 seconds talking about music. I remember last year for my year in review, my decade in review, I spent a lot of time on the music. Yeah, it's 5 seconds this time. Thank you, COVID.
Mongols.
Damn. You two better get in the cart.
There aren't many. I can
So
handle
video
them.
games.
Taka is so close. Please.
All right.
I've already talked about this game at length, so I won't like talk about this game here. I talked about it here. I've talked about it plenty on the stream in my first impression stream. So let's address the big clusterfucked elephant in the room.
Search the cart.
You said they don't.
Cyberpunk 2077.
I've never seen them this
What happened? Other than the employee abuse, I mean. 8 years.
Dance for
This
Azamo
game was
Bay.
first teased and announced 8 years ago. 2012.
Just a little farther.
What were all that screaming?
Doesn't matter. Keep it down.
This game, Cyberpunk 2077, was the first game that they talked about for like the PS4 and Xbox One. And 8 years, millions and millions of dollars, and all the goodwill that they built up with the Witcher games, which I think are superbly overrated. All of that, they just pissed it all away. And I haven't gotten my hands on Cyberpunk 2077 yet, so I've only seen the glitch fest side of it, because that seems to be all there is to it. Like, I've heard some people say, like, oh yeah, the story's alright, no, the setting, you know, it's definitely Cyberpunk,
I can't believe this worked.
but without any, like, actual RPG elements, again, like, much like The Witcher, without that level of player customization. I'm not talking about cosmetic stuff. Any game can have cosmetic stuff.
This is where
I'm talking about, like,
Keep the Mongols
you know, choose your own pathway stuff. Like, it's just a bargain basement Deus Ex, and
Lord Sakai.
Taka's waiting for
yeah,
us.
definitely most disappointing game of 2020.
Once we're done, I'll meet you at the crossroads.
Even if I
of the
end up
High Tower.
enjoying it
We need a
once it
vantage
becomes
point to scout
playable,
ahead.
This way.
Remember, no alarms. We do this quietly.
it's I don't think it'll ever like really wash the stench out of its clothes. Like,
By the gate.
not just for how poor it
He's in
was,
charge.
but for how poorly they treated their employees to get it to that
Follow him.
level. Like, Red Dead Redemption 2 also had some controversies with overtime, but Red Dead Redemption 2 was a masterpiece, and you had people bragging about the overtime that they put into it. Not so much with Cyberpunk.
Taka's probably fine. He wouldn't try to run.
Let's go.
Now let's address the other elephant in the room, Last of Us 2. A game that at least functioned as intended, for better or worse, mostly worse. I want to get Last of Us 2, at least rent it and do like maybe like an all weekend stream of it. Because I've only watched gameplay of it. And yeah, the story is a disaster. It wants to have its cake and eat it too. It doesn't know. It's thematically incoherent. It has no idea whether it wants to portray violence as good or bad. It forces you to do these things and then tries making you feel bad about it, even though you only did it to progress the game. Like, there's no actual consequences for your actions because it's all just so heavily scripted. I don't like these Assassin's Creed type missions. This is... Oh yeah, Assassin's Creed came out with the game this year. It was I don't really know much about it except that it's Vikings and the story sucks. Other noteworthy games: Animal Crossing: New Horizons, the perfect game for a quarantine society. I was really hoping that game would actually win Game of the Year because I thought it deserved it the most. I voted Ghost of Tsushima. It's the game I've had the most fun with this year. But man, they are just Oh god, I don't think they wanted me to see that.
Stay close, you know.
Did you see that? They were locked in place, like frozen, waiting for dude to show up so that they could start their animation. Market.
And güçlü. Bolluk.
I raised the alarm. Cyberpunk needed 2 more years at least. No, okay, no, you don't. When you have an 8-year development cycle and the game ends up being busted, you don't fix it by giving them 2 more years to piss away. Like, it needed 2 less years. And I just raised the alarm again. How do I get through here? Don't remember how to get through here. I think I do go that way some. On the way through the market. Maybe if I go like the scenic route. Like if I cut through here maybe. No, there's no cutting through here. If I get stuck. Maybe if I climb this building and cut through here. That guy's got his back turned so I can go up here, I think. They won't notice a few dead guys, probably. And now I'm on the other side. This is where I wanted to be.
The slaver.
Can't let him get away.
Where is he? Where's the slaver? Is that him right there?
No, please. I need to rest.
It's Taka.
Taka!
Now, Last of Us 2 stream will just be called, like,
What did they do to you?
Dissecting Last of Us 2 or something.
You're safe now.
We need to
So,
move.
I got Doom Eternal written down. I
Just like the others.
haven't really gotten my hands
is
on
Lord
it. It's another
Sakai.
one that I just watched.
Protect us.
Too much platforming.
I need you to trust
Platforming
me,
does not
Taka.
work first person. Like,
I need your help.
they did a lot of, like, very minor things to tweak the Doom, like, Doom's controls from 2016. And they were all bad ideas. Like, the BFG being part of the weapon wheel was just a bad idea. Final Fantasy VII Remake was terrible.
There's a gate now.
And that's where we break out.
I was a little more positive on it than some people, but I was positive on it because like, ooh, look pretty and ooh,
They found the
character
slaver.
development.
They'll kill us. We need to
that
hide.
didn't really exist
Climb
before.
those crates.
It's still Final Fantasy. It still has all the same mistakes as all the Final Fantasy games after, you know, Final
Where are
Fantasy
we going?
12.
Kenji's waiting for us at the crossroads.
Kenji's with you.
It's still
If he
just,
made it
it's
out
still
alive.
terrible. It's still just a terrible franchise. Then, again, like, much like, well, so, COVID. Multiplayer games kind of blew up, especially ones that you can stream and that are very, like, competition heavy, because it kind of replaced sports for us. More so than usual.
Show me your skill.
So I have 3 games that look really fun to stream. I've only played one of them myself. And that's Among Us. The other 2 being Fall Guys and Phasmophobia. Phasmophobia, it's still in early access, like it's not complete. But that's just... I said in a stream before. I think it was actually my first impressions on this game that I said it. I want a return of like just very simple, like not full price games, just games where you are in a profession and you get to live in that profession and do that profession. Phasmophobia is a ghost hunter sim. Like, you got all this ghost hunting equipment. The ghosts are real and they will haunt you and kill you. But it's pretty scary. It's co-op. And it looks very fun. I've had a lot of fun watching various people play it. I've watched Team 4-Star, Game Grumps, Rooster Teeth, and the HoloLive team play it. Yeah, I'll get to HoloLive here in just a bit. Just want to throw a bomb. Oh shit! I just killed myself. Oh, and I just killed a bunch of people there. That was pretty sweet. That made up for it.
Help me, Lord Sakai! Help me, Lord Sakai!
Revive.
I almost died.
Okay,
Thank you.
Kill. Wait, didn't know what the fuck? I did! Let's do that. Was I not close enough to the... fuck it. I used 2 black powder bombs and killed a bunch of people with it, but it's not gonna count because I wasn't close enough to the area. That's kind of bullshit. These guys are annoying. Butcher this guy. Did he just teleport out of the way of my arrow? Did I see that right? And now Taka has fallen again. There's still apparently people all the way over here.
Help me, Lord Sakai! I almost died. Thank you.
Still alive. Now, I know I didn't have to fight those guys, but I wanted to. Because fighting people in this game is fun, most of the time.
Horses, they're coming for us.
Get in the tall grass and stay down.
It's Kenji! Taka! You made it!
Were you followed?
No, but we can't go back to my place. It's crawling with Mongols. We should go.
We have to put some distance between us and Azamo Bay.
Haven't seen a Mongol since dawn. I think we're clear.
We need to figure out where to go next.
There's a place up ahead where you can see most of Izuhara.
Everyone alright?
I could use a drink. And some sleep. I can help with one of those.
Taka, you've been quiet.
First time in days I haven't felt like I was about to die. My lord, I am grateful. But how do you know Kenji and my sister?
I owe Yuna my life.
We have something in common.
How long have I been going? I've been going for... Been going for about an hour and a half. So I think I covered everything I want to say about video games. Among Us is fun. I would like to play it more with people on the Discord, but people are busy.
I'm not built for riding all night.
Tears, you just came out with a new video. I think I'm gonna wrap up the stream.
They have a forge.
One of the best on the island.
Good place to make tools. Maybe something to get Jin over the walls of Castle Canada. What do you say, Taka?
My lord, I'll do anything to repay you for freeing me.
Thank you. Taka, Kenji, get some rest. We can't stay here long. How are you doing?
I have my brother back.
He's shaken up. Can you get in the Komatsu in one piece?
I do have some miscellaneous stuff
He'll be fine.
written down, so I'll go ahead and do that next.
Your brother wasn't the only prisoner in Azamo Bay.
One Piece was real fucking hype this year.
Chapters suffer.
Every chapter of One Piece that came out this year was just great. I think,
Right for Komatsu
I think we
Forge.
got Odin's
I'll join
backstory
you when
this
I
year, early on this year. That was all good stuff.
Thank you.
Zoro, man. I'm really looking forward to talking about Wano a little more in depth, in scripted form, and also rereading the entire arc in full, whenever it's possible. Yeah, I'm still a little ways away from from completing the first act. So I think I'll make that the goal for the next stream. And I'll just do some stuff and some more prep work here. Quince ended this year. It was a short run for me. It ran for about like for a little over 2 years. I think like 2.5 years is how long it ran. Very good. It was my favorite thing of the last couple of years. So sad to see it go.
You lack the required materials. Very sorry.
I need 25 more yew wood and 1 more waxwood.
Farewell.
Wish there's an easy way to farm for this stuff. And the last thing I wanted to get into for this stream, VTubers. That seems to be like the craze now. VTubers, I remember them like starting kind of get big with like that Kizuna AI thing. As soon as the technology allowed for it, it started getting big in Japan. But this year it started getting big in America, and I know a lot of that has to do with like lockdowns and people being stuck inside their houses. But I've also recently fallen into the VTuber hole with the English stuff. I'm not gonna watch the Japanese stuff. I'm not gonna read video game streams or anything like that. That's just I don't think that's worth my time. Especially since I do it while I'm doing other things. Like I've been watching you know, Amelia Watson's stuff while I work on videos and such.
Good boy.
That's just me. If I remember correctly, this level is a little long, so this little mission will be how I wrap up the stream. I remember on my first playthrough, I stumbled into here before the mission, before I got this far in the story, and I was really confused. I was like, this is Mongol territory. Where's all the Mongols? Where are they at? Where's people who are supposed to be here?
Fighting ahead.
I was already spamming dodge before I realized that I countered him.
Yuna, is that you?
Jin!
You made it.
What happened here? Where's Taka?
Hiding with what's left of Komatsu. Mongols came a few days ago. They took prisoners. Killed anyone who put up a fight.
Now they're coming back to finish the job. These were just scouts. The main force won't be far behind.
Then we have to go. Now.
We can hold this town.
What?
We need Komatsu's forge, and its people. If you need to, you can leave.
No. I'm tired of running.
Take me to the others.
Hammer and forge.
How many survivors are left?
A few families. Mostly farmers and blacksmiths. Not worth much in a
Looks like
fight.
I'm gonna have a little bit of
You killed all these men by yourself? Good work.
I've had some practice.
catching up to
Can you
do
get
once
more
the
arrows?
stream is
Used
over.
ones. Stuck in buildings. And
Some
bodies.
people are
They'll
uploading
have to do.
things that I am interested in.
I was out here leading villagers to safety. One of them got trapped over here by the Mongols. She's alive.
I also need to
Is it
make
safe?
myself
The
dinner.
Mongols are
probably.
gone for now. We're going to the forge. You'll be safer with us.
It's almost 6 o'clock.
Is the forge working?
Yes, but we can't light it. The smoke will give us away. Show the Mongols where to find us.
We can use it to lure them in. Force a fight at a location we control.
They won't be expecting you here.
Lord Zakai, Yuna.
Taka,
I prayed the gods would protect you.
I appreciate it. But I came for your help.
Yuna said you needed something. A new tool.
To save Lord Shimura. He's held prisoner in Castle Kaneda, and I need to break him out.
Quietly. With no one seeing.
This town has a forge. And you're a blacksmith.
The best.
I might be able to make something. But there is no time. The Mongols.
I won't let them take Komatsu.
Oh,
We're staying.
another thing I got.
I need my assistant. Yukio.
Christmas came
But
and
we got
went. I
separated.
didn't get
Where is he?
much.
I think
I
he was
got a
looking
couple
for his wife.
DVDs.
In town.
I'll find
Got a
Yukio.
lot of candy that I've been
ready to fight.
snacking
She
on.
always is.
But the big thing, or it's not really big, it was only $15. I got Razor Fist book, The Long Moonlight. I just started reading that last night. I'm only a couple pages in, so I don't really know much about what it's about yet. There are no objective markers unless there is. Overs, I would say. But I can push them down pretty quickly. Here. Yep.
I did nothing to
Yukio?
Yes?
Taka needs help with the forge. Follow me.
Oh, wait. My wife and her sister are by the river.
Lead me to them, quickly.
This way.
Stay close and follow my orders. Hide.
So much blood.
Just keep moving. Hurry.
The Mongols found them!
Stay here.
The Mongols found them!
Stay here.
Gods to stay!
Thank you.
Yukio
I do
sent
remember
me.
this
He's
level
alive.
being kind of
Follow me.
annoying.
Taka
with
needs your
how much
husband.
You have to just run around and fight.
Mutsu! My love.
Yukio, I thought I lost you.
Are you hurt?
That man fought like an animal or a demon.
Only when I'm facing Mongols. We're going to the forge. Stay close.
There's more people to kill. Yeah, like the reward for not getting hit isn't like super great, but it just feels dishonorable to get hit. Like, come on, you could have avoided that.
Here, you!
Yukio! He saved us, Taka! Thank you, my lord.
Now, like a bunch of Mongols will be popping up here.
The Mongols are here. Where's Yuna?
She went to get her family from the house across the river. Hasn't come back.
Damn. Don't light the forge until we come back.
Dojo! Dojo!
Now I can do ghost dance next time I run into people. Chain. Yes!
We're ready to light the forge. Taka said you're looking for a family?
I was too late. The Mongols captured them, just across the river. Those people took my brother in when he was an apprentice.
Then we won't leave him behind. Let's go.
Where is Samurai, Del? Or I would your... We don't know him. The rest of your people.
Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа.
I owe you.
Over here! You saved us.
This fight's not over. Can you make it to the forge?
Yes. I think so.
Everyone stay close to me.
Yeah, like I said, this level's pretty annoying.
Come from?
It's a long story.
Back
The way
and
he
forth,
killed
back and forth.
He's not human. Maybe you're right.
How Mongols just keep coming out of nowhere.
Legium Harsinta.
Just like that.
Yaskай!
Yuna! Thank the gods.
Speaking of Taka again.
Light the forge, Taka.
What about the Mongols?
They won't risk destroying this place. That gives us a chance to kill them all.
If they don't kill us first.
Either way, this is where we make our stand.
Mongols are in the forge! We have to stop them!
And they got dogs with them, which are also annoying.
Bastards got in the forge! Help me kill them! Show mercy. Mongol archers! They surrounded the forge! We have to kill them!
Just ready. Dasha! Dasha! Dasha!
Bright lights in this level also
Dasha!
just make it harder to...
Dasha!
Kill the Mongol warlord without, like, actually just getting a drop on him stealth-wise. Just threw a bomb at him and then butchered him while he was on the ground. As you do. Anyway, I think that's gonna wrap up the stream.
I've never seen
Death
a samurai
2020.
fight like
Here's to a hopefully better 2021.
It was nothing.
Or at least just like,
More than a samurai.
obviously bad things are gonna happen in 2021, but just
spirit. Back from the
less-
grave to slaughter the Mongols.
and just like not all at once like this one was. Like we don't need any
Where
more
do we hide
riots
now?
and COVID and China and Uyghur Muslim Holocaust and forest
We don't.
fires. Even though we'll definitely get them more forest fires.
Fire up a
because,
forge. And get back to making
California's
strong
Department of
Komatsu
Conservation
weapons.
can eat my
That's
ass.
how we fight back. That's how we'll save Lord Shimura.
Yeah, and next time I stream, I will probably stream more of this game
Vengeful
because I have a lot of
spirit.
fun with it.
I think they liked it.
So yeah, next stream I will finish up Act 1 of this game. Ooh, I gotta get a look at the villain.
I read that samurai follow a path of honor.
Love this dude.
It is one of the many differences between us.
Then why have my men found their brothers stabbed in the back?
Lord Sakai would never resort to such tactics.
War brings out who we truly are.
It has made you a dog, unleashed by your cousin Kublai to rape and pillage at his command. nephew strays from the warrior's path, he will become what you hate. Unless you join my empire's fight for peace.
You don't want allies. You want soldiers to overthrow the Shogun.
Consider my offer. Help your nephew regain his honor before his cowardice goes too far. And before I bring you his head.
I can't free my uncle until Taka finishes what he's working on. I should see if Yuna has any news.
Yeah, I'll do a little bit of grinding with these side quests off stream. But we'll do the Iron Hook, and then we'll do Castle Kaneda, and we'll start on Act 2. Which is yeah, it's everything Kubara, Kushi, Otsuna, Yarakawa, Umugi, Akishima. Then Kinsago and Jogaku are Act 3. Yeah, I really like this game. I'm looking forward to streaming it some more. Y'all have a wonderful evening and have a happy new year.